So
it's not just thoughts.
I feel like we probably go in there and then we
Facts.
then we rattle off 8 or 9 wins in a row after that. But
yeah. So you guys are gonna win that. You're gonna lose that first one, and then you're just gonna knock off the rest, like half of the rest of that season. It'll be good.
It's gonna be a good year.
We're gonna beat them. You watch.
Well, let's get to talking about some stuff that's happened in the last couple weeks.
There's been a crap load happen.
Lots of stuff have happened.
We had the 4th of July cancel the show. We had.
We all needed family time that day.
Yeah.
I know, but we didn't have the show. These
And
guys
we
are
had
our
the
family.
Facebook
and
controversy
you guys
of
didn't want to come in there and do the
2019.
show, so you forgot about the rest of our family.
Sorry.
So if you guys want to be mad at Kristen and Coach.
Wow.
All because they wanted some alone time.
Can you blame me? Look at him.
No, I've showered with him. I get
Whoa.
it. I get it.
You know what's
You
ironic
need to
about
qualify
I
that
get
if
it.
you're gonna
I get it. So I won't say no more about it.
Wow.
And then last week, because you put us in jail,
Well, that's not why we didn't do the show. We're in jail today.
we actually it was Tony's fault.
Well, Tony has to earn some money, and we don't pay him enough.
And he had to work, so yeah.
Yeah, last week there were several determining factors. But it was okay because now we got new mics, we got soundboard.
Yeah.
So you guys, how we sounding out there?
New and improved.
Actually, I did hear from one of them that it sounds great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is great.
Money well spent then.
You want to talk about
anything to make me sound and look better is worth the money.
Well, we can't help the looks, but the sound we can work on.
Hey, we can. There's Botox, there's plastic surgery,
Hair implants?
there's a bag.
Whoa!
You know, I've thought about hair implants.
Every time I see you, I feel like this I need to clean something.
Okay.
Not the first time I've been called Mr. Clean.
Okay. We're off track here.
Sorry. We derailed. My bad.
So,
We can actually go ahead and backtrack as far back as the Women's World Cup. I know that it was a while ago,
yes.
but congratulations to the U.S. Women's National Team for winning the World Cup in 2019.
Definitely, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a
Go
fabulous
USA.
win. I had a good time. I actually watched
What did the men's do? How far did they get?
the men's. It's not World Cup men. It's not.
It
their
wasn't the
turn.
World Cup. It was
Well, it's some kind
Yeah,
of
it
cup
was this
playing against
Yeah.
everybody
whole
else.
thing, yeah, it's whatever. It was the World Cup, so
I wasn't paying attention to that either. I know we didn't win it.
no, we didn't win.
How far did we get?
We made it to the finals against Mexico. Mexico beat us. I'm pretty sure.
It's
could
not
be wrong.
bad.
I don't know. Because it wasn't the World Cup.
Well, we're not a soccer nation. We're
you
not
sure?
a rugby nation. You know,
So, moving forward with especially soccer, I feel like if you are a fan of women's soccer, keep an eye on Rose Lavelle. I feel like she's going to be, moving forward, one of the best players on the women's team.
That was something I noticed watching.
Who?
Her name
Rose
is Rose
Lavelle.
Lavelle.
She's one of the younger
Rose.
girls on the
She,
team.
this was her first year on the
Rose like the
women's.
Titanic Rose?
Yes.
Okay.
She made the second goal in the finals, and it wasn't a penalty kick.
Well,
And it was impressive.
I did notice that a lot of the players on the women's soccer team this year they're in their 30s.
They're all
Yeah.
women, aren't
yeah,
they?
they're getting
you don't
there.
say.
Yeah, they're all women.
I noticed they were all women too, Coach.
But no, they're older. It looked like a lot of them, and I'm not saying physically they look like. It's just you got to understand when an athlete gets above 35, you're pushing it towards the end of your
true.
career.
It's hell getting old.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Ask my knees. They crack and pop every step I take.
My knees actually tell us when it's gonna rain.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Look, now I mention that, I got to...
I
to
nicknamed her
pop
right
'em.
knee Bob Gregory.
It's my left. Thank you.
All the left.
That's fine. So anyway, let's just keep an eye on Rose Lavelle. She's gonna
Yeah.
be.
All right.
I think she's
One to
gonna be your
watch.
There
captain
you go.
in 4 years. She was fabulous.
The Women to Watch by Kristen. Rose LaBelle.
We also had some tragedy this week.
We did.
We did.
Sunday, Pernell Whitaker former 4-time boxing champion.
No, he's more than 4 times.
Well, he
won
was-
4 in 4
He
different
carried
weight
4
classes
different belts.
in 4 different weight classes.
And he was involved in a vehicle versus pedestrian accident over the weekend and was killed. And I just think that was sad. He had a long, illustrious career starting in 1984 all the way to 2001, and then became a trainer. He was 40-4 with 17 knockouts.
He was 44-1. He did have a draw.
Yeah. And then he was named Fighter of the Year by Ring Magazine at least once. Won an Olympic gold in '84.
89 and 93. He was named
Yeah.
Fighter of the Year, which
So-
actually was renamed the Sugar Ray Leonard Award.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Robinson. My bad.
Yep.
Sorry. Wrong Sugar Ray.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
He had 5 children total. One of them actually preceded him in death. Died from cancer in 2012. His Parnell Jr. But he had 4 other children that are still alive.
Well, I know a lot of people are asking questions about this too, and wanting to know what happened, how it happened. There's not a lot of details on it, but the Virginia State Police are saying that speed, drugs, or alcohol were not involved in the accident, and their eyewitnesses say it was just a
A fluke thing, huh?
yeah, just a horrible accident.
Wrong
really
time,
sad.
wrong
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Damn.
When it's your time,
The Ring magazine actually put out an issue of the 100 best fighters over the last 80 years back in 2012. He was number 10. So
That's-
he is largely considered one of the greatest fighters of our era.
he was incredibly talented. I remember watching a few fights of his and just watching him, and it's like somebody would wind up to swing on him, and they'd let their fist go, and then all of a sudden he wasn't there.
So he
He was
actually
one of the best defensive fighters ever.
he has a record. He actually defended his title. I think it was the welterweight
Yeah, it was 6 times
6 times, and he won.
consecutively.
And no one has beat that.
That's the current longest streak.
Yeah, in any
Any
weight
weight
class.
class. Yeah.
Well, speaking of boxers, did you see that charity basketball game they had where Mayweather was on the court?
No, I did not.
Oh my God, that video! I wish we could play that video. But it was a charity boxer game, and there's this guy called the Bone Collector. And
I know who this guy is. I've seen him. He's
he
talented.
is a beast. And Mayweather was trying to defend him, and he did his move, and Mayweather just said, and it hit the floor. It was, I want to say, funny, but I don't want
He was-
Mayweather to find me and whoop my ass.
He was a
So,
hell of a
I'm
defensive
gonna say it
boxer,
was-
but not
it
a
was
defensive player of
tragic.
basketball.
But damn, I was laughing.
Speaking of Mayweather, Whitaker actually his first title was against a Mayweather.
A
It was-
Mayweather.
Is
Yes.
Floyd Mayweather
His-
Sr.
Yeah. Well, it was actually the uncle of the more famous Mayweather.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, but it was funny. Mayweather, the announcers saying, "Oh my God, it's the first time in his career he went down," and all kinds of stuff. If you get a chance, find that video. If I find it, I'll post it on Burn and Bet for you
That's
guys.
fantastic.
It was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I think I
The
did see
the good
that.
thing about it is as Mayweather was getting up, he was laughing about it. He knew this Bone Collector had his ass.
That dude's I can't remember if it was an and one tournament or something. I've seen some of the guys.
It was
moves.
some kind of charity.
The whole the basketball under the shirt and dancing. I've seen all that stuff. He's impressive.
Yeah, he's wicked with that basketball.
Yeah, he's got some handles.
So actually, Carvey says that he should stay in the boxing ring and off the basketball.
Yes, he should.
Go where the money is.
Yes.
Well, where you can make the money. It's like,
We also had Wimbledon finished up.
Wimbledon. Yeah. So as far as the winners, okay. So we had Djokovic.
Yeah.
who beat the crap out of Federer in one of the most epic matches I've ever watched.
How could you say that was or
It went
beat
5
the
sets.
crap out of him? Didn't they go like
Man.
7 matches
And
and
It was
like
5
and
hours.
8 hours and
Man.
something
Yeah.
stupid?
And it was amazing. And then the women's one, Serena lost. That's all we know.
Yeah, it was. I watched the. I didn't watch it. I had to work.
Didn't she just have a baby like a couple months ago?
Yes.
you.
Man,
So
I watched the
She had
highlights.
a baby a couple months
looked
ago,
like
and
she
she's
was
making
so
it to the
tired.
finals
And
of
he
Wimbledon.
kept talking about how
That's
tired
the
she was.
baddest chick on the
Woman
planet.
just had a baby.
It was.
I don't care what you say,
Liar.
Coach. That is the baddest
I just
woman in the
felt so
planet.
bad watching it because it's like she would serve it up and they're like 116 mile per hour serve, and then her Simona Halep, the one that beat her.
Nobody, yeah, like who?
Yeah, she would return it, and Serena would be like, "Damn it, there it goes."
She's like, I made it this far.
Yeah.
Fine.
If the serve wasn't getting by her, she was not returning it. There was no volley going on. It was 6-2, 6-2, and done. She looked like she was glad it was over.
So honestly, the bigger story coming out of Wimbledon was this little kid. Her name was Corey Golf.
No, Coco.
Coco.
Gauff.
Corey. Her name is Corey. Coco
They call her Coco.
is her nickname.
That's her name
Girl
now.
has a name.
Coach Swoop's name is Jeremy, but we call him Coach.
That's not what happens in the bedroom.
Oh,
What happens
well.
in your bedroom stays in your bedroom.
Nothing happens in our bedroom at all. It's fine.
Stop it. It doesn't happen.
Hey, they got medicine for that, Coach.
It doesn't happen in the bedroom.
We can get some,
Wow.
we can get Cialis to promote the sponsor the
Okay.
show for you.
So Corey (parentheses Coco).
Thank you.
Her name is
15.
Corey.
I
She's
never heard him
15.
call her anything else but Coco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the research person. Remember?
Oh. Well, you got to tell people that.
Her actual name is Corey.
Okay.
Her nickname is
Through
Coco.
my research, I found that Coco's real name is Corey.
She was born in 2004, y'all.
Oh,
2004.
Man, I got turds in the backyard older than that.
What
I think
what
my
else
underwear
is fun?
I'm wearing right now is
So
older than
one of
that.
the reasons why she decided to actually start playing tennis was because she loved Venus Williams. Who did she beat first round of Wimbledon
Venus
this year?
Williams.
Yeah. Like how amazing is that? So
What,
she actually
what happened to Venus? She's kind of
She's old, yo.
Well, yeah, I think
mean,
she's like.
At one time, it was
she
it
like
was
65?
It was Venus and Serena all the way up the charts, all the way
Well,
to the
and you remember
finals.
too when they actually beat everybody in doubles?
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
wasn't fair. That wasn't fair at all. They
No,
just play
and
doubles
Venus,
and just
like-
murder people.
Yeah. Anyway, she decided to play tennis because of Venus Williams. So it's kind of neat that she was able to defeat her.
Her
Idol.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. She actually ended up going to a French tennis academy, and her coach was the same coach that Serena had.
I bet she's getting some big time sponsorship by now.
Oh, I bet she is too.
Well, so one of the things that
She'll
I
be at
found,
the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards for sure.
She's sliming somebody, ain't she?
and there's all sorts
I've
of
always wanted to do that, man. Since I was a kid,
Yeah.
I wanted to slime some shit, man.
You know what? We have our own show. We can slime shit.
It's no fun now, though.
I mean, I'd throw some slime at you.
Well, you throw
Well,
shit at me all the time.
That's
It don't
valid.
count.
So, what's fun is there are restrictions regarding age and how many particular tournaments that they're allowed to play in per year. So, because of her, they're kind of hoping that the tennis people lay off those restrictions so that she can just play tennis. But she's 15, like a freshman in high school. She should be,
That's
taking
insane.
U.S. history and shit.
Yeah, that's.
When I was 15, I wasn't even. No, that wasn't even a thing. No.
I was thinking about something, but it wasn't
Yeah,
sports.
it wasn't winning Wimbledon.
In either of y'all's cases and hers, it was probably Venus Williams.
Oh.
No, they weren't around when I was 15.
Are you sure? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she was.
Well, Venus maybe.
Well, that was a sister on sister crime, man.
Ooh.
That's
Man,
rough.
Man.
You're fired up.
So this week, also, ESPN put out an article that I thought was really interesting. They put out NFL future power rankings
Saw that.
where they ranked each team in the NFL based on their future potential over the next 3 years. And they based it on the roster overall that they currently have, their quarterback, the coaching staff, the draft picks that they have going into the future, and then their front office. And guess who was number one?
The Indianapolis Colts.
Damn straight.
Damn straight. Where'd Dallas fall?
Well, I couldn't
Or were
tell
they
you. They're
even
not in
on
the top
the list?
five.
Were they even on the list?
They did all 32 teams, which was impressive.
Now they did.
You know,
they put-
honestly, as a Dallas fan, I can actually tell you where our shortcomings are. So no, we're not there. It's the coaching staff, and you freaking know that. Much as I
was-
love my coach.
it ain't the wimpy arm quarterback.
Oh.
You want to step outside, motherfucker?
Anytime.
Wow.
Anytime. You better hit that family button with them MFers. Wow.
So they put the top five out there. I really thought was interesting. They had the Seahawks at number 5, and I mean I can kind of see that with their current roster, and they've got a great coach. I mean he's won a Super Bowl. He's been to 2. Got a good quarterback. I don't know what their
High
draft
dollar
situation-
quarterback.
Yeah, he is now.
He just got paid.
Yes, he sure did.
But you know what? I like Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
He's a baller. And he don't get out and do a lot of crazy, me shit.
yeah,
He plays hard, and he plays hard for his team. I can respect that.
yeah. But shoot, he is that team right now.
Right now, yeah.
He's got to get some help. And then they had the Chiefs at number 4, which I thought was interesting. Seeing where they're going forward, I got to see them do something with their draft picks over the next couple of years, in my eyes. Because right now, I think they're slightly depleted, just slightly. I think Patrick Mahomes will cover up a lot of those ailments with his play, but to me, that's probably why they were at number 4. I mean, you got the NFL MVP on your team, and
So Carvey would actually like to know who's going to be the breakout player with the Colts this year.
oh well, we can talk about.
we'll
that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, Carvey, we're coming.
We're going to get to that today.
for sure.
We're going to get to that.
For sure.
Yes. I
And
love you,
better not
Carvey.
you better not have looked at my sheet, my list, and copied my answer.
But then they had the Eagles at number 3, and then some team from Foxborough area.
That's the thing.
I get so sick of
I mean,
hearing
they're
about
That some
that.
bitch is gonna break a hip, and they're no good.
I mean, arthritis is eventually going to set in. He's going to get dementia.
Carpal tunnel.
And they're
The wheelchair is going to
carpal
break.
tunnel.
Yeah, he'll be carpal tunnel.
And coach, you cannot
He'll get gout.
you cannot tell me he has not signed or sold his soul to the devil to keep playing.
Something.
There's no magical vitamins
that's
and
what I'm telling
exercise
you.
programs that's gonna
'Cause we have
stop aging.
We have
Well, if-
another quarterback in his 40s that's also plugging along, doing well.
Yeah, but we
Ish.
like him. He's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we really like
He's
him.
pretty cool.
He can play forever if he
Yeah,
wants.
that's
I
fine.
don't
We
care.
like him. That's
He
fine.
can define the laws of nature, and nobody will question it. But this other guy, that's a piece of.
Yeah, I
He's
got a
a
real
garbage.
problem with him.
He's a cheating piece of shit asshole.
Well, that's why they said over the next 3 years, and I
And
thought,
this is a disclaimer that this used to be a family show, but
Well,
now it is a
ESPN
R-rated show. So
ESPN.
if your
being-
children are watching, please put
Sorry,
earmuffs
sorry.
on their heads, or send them outside. Don't send them outside to play; they'll cook.
to me, ESPN being based out of Bristol, Connecticut, kind of has.
Oh yeah,
There's some patriot.
they're
owners.
all Tom
Because-
lovers.
Because here's the thing: if you base it on even their criteria, Bill Belichick could retire any second. Tom Brady could retire any second. That's 2/5 of their equation right there. I don't know what their draft situation looks like going forward, but I'm sure Belichick's set that up right. So, as far as ESPN's concerned, we're going to be dealing with the Patriots being towards the top of
Good.
the league for the next 3 years.
I hope Tom Brady stays in the league another 5 years.
I hope
And
that
that we
we
just
beat 'em.
stomp their living piss out of that son of a
I
bitch
hope that
for the next 5 years, too.
Van Der Esch destroys his knees.
Well, they are playing him this year,
I know.
so we'll see. We shall see.
But yeah, that was interesting on the power rankings and how they perceived into the future.
Which didn't make me like. Why would you move forward with the oldest fucking? I'm sorry.
Would you
The
please?
oldest
Again.
quarterback in the NFL.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Lay off the Jack Daniels.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's straight up moonshine talk right there.
You're okay.
Tony, turn her mic off. She's in burning
She's
bet
on
jail
one.
now.
Yeah, wow. Facebook jail. We're gonna be in real jail if you keep it up.
Oh, speaking of jail, I keep getting us thrown in jail.
Stop it. Stop it.
I can't.
Stop.
I can't stop it. So I post in one group and I get thrown back in jail.
Which group was it?
I'm still trying
I
to figure out who the
posted
hater
in
is.
Coastal Blue Nation and I think it was the Horseshoe Mob.
Which one are you not?
The Horseshoe
admin?
Mob.
Okay, so it was the Horseshoe Mob.
But I'm a founding member.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
you're not an admin.
Is there a little
No.
bit of jelly going on here?
Is there
Is there some?
like rules about whether or not you can?
You
post
got to call
business stuff?
Zuckerberg on that. I have no
Yeah.
clue. So if you're watching this, share the shit out of Burning Pets page
Please do.
because we are in jail without the bail.
There was no trial.
I just dated myself on that one, didn't
yes, you did.
I? That's all right. I'm an old fucker. I don't care.
Wow, it keeps coming.
She started it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
We get the new mics, and now all of a sudden yeah.
We get new tongues. I do
We are
apologize.
No longer family.
But I am an
friendly,
old geezer.
please.
Let me rephrase that. I apologize. Tony needs one of those ooga horn buttons to cover our language up today. Ooga ooga.
So, on the heels of ESPN putting out their future power rankings, we kind of decided we were going to do some predictions ourselves
Yeah, we didn't go as
of
deep
this
as
future
ESPN.
season.
did.
No,
They've
not
got
nearly.
30 interns and 12
Yeah.
Yeah,
paid.
no, it's just the three.
I bet it's more
professionals.
than 30.
Oh, I bet it is. All right, you want to go? Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, do you
Sure.
want to do the breakout team, or
Let's-
do you want to do the Colts
Actually,
player?
So we did have a question about Darius Leonard. Was it Leonard? Yes. Commenting on how many tackles Leonard said he was going to accomplish this year.
200.
Okay, he said he wanted over 200.
So is he going to be your breakout?
Well, we will find out.
And for me, that's not breakout play. That's
No.
expectation play
Well, because he
set
was
by him, and I
phenomenal
fully
last year.
expect him to live up to that.
Yeah,
he's
in,
not
in,
a
in my
breakout.
in
He's
my
a-
eyes,
You damn well expect it from him.
Yeah.
in my eyes, Darius Leonard has already broken out. So he would not qualify for breakout player this year for me.
The only thing he can do is get hurt and get comeback player of the year next year.
To me, I think he's possibly going to be our defensive player of the year. I think it's valid, a valid argument.
Very, very, very possible.
And-
And I'm betting a lot of money he's making the Pro Bowl this year.
Oh, I
They're
would
not
too.
putting a blind eye on him.
No, they're not going to. It's
But you know what they did? These Madden rankings. Did you see those things?
you know if you're a sports fan, if you're a football fan, and you enjoy some of this stuff, Madden has changed their formula for how they rate players now, because they said they wanted to spread it out more.
Yeah, they spreading them some
So
something, but
they
it ain't
spread-
the players. They're
A lot
spreading
of
something.
them feel like they're spreading manure, but some of these came out, and the videos of these players being told what their ratings are hilarious.
Oh my God, they are.
I think Eric Ebron had a stroke when they told him he was an 86. And I mean, I play Madden, I enjoy it. To me, that seems fair. I'm sorry. But
Really?
yeah, he's a tight end.
You just you.
But I mean, that's.
broke my heart, Coach.
I love Eric Ebron, but yeah, I think.
But you
86
said that
is
was a
fair.
fair rating.
Yeah, I think Eric Ebron's was. I don't think that an 84 for
How many
Darius
touchdowns
Leonard,
did he have last year?
14, 13?
Yeah, it was like 13.
14,
And
yeah.
how many did everybody else have?
Well, what was the highest rated tight end? Do you know?
I have no clue.
I bet it was in the 80s. I'm just guessing. They said they have like a 90s club for Madden players. They talk about it. And the 90s club in the past years of Madden would be like 20 or 30 deep. This year they said it's like a dozen.
Probably ain't
It's-
even.
it's
It's
not very
probably
many.
just Tom Brady. He's probably the only one because
Well, he's not the highest rated
they're all
quarterback.
No, he's not.
on
Who
him.
was the highest rated
It was Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think they
without
rated him as like a 97. So he wasn't even a 99. He was the NFL MVP. So they don't. I don't think they have a 99.
Yeah,
this year.
Von Miller. What do you think about him?
If you had to throw out a Madden rating on the guy,
No, just as an athlete and as a
oh,
player,
he's fantastic.
he is a beast and
Yeah.
has been a beast
He's
for
easily the best player for Denver. Easily.
multiple years. He's not even in the 90s anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
And I say I didn't see that. But
yeah. But to
That's-
rate my boy Darius Leonard,
84.
an 84, led the
That's an
league in
insult.
tackles. That's the biggest.
Quentin Nelson was an 86.
Do the ooga ooga sound. Dick slap in the face that I have ever seen given. And I'm not buying Madden this year because of it.
So we actually.
I'm boycotting Madden until my boy
Well,
gets
I'll
the
play it.
recognition he deserves.
I'll play it and tell you how good it is.
We
All
had
right.
such a fun conversation about this. It's like you know that you really just need to work a little bit harder at being in the NFL if you're really pissed off about a rating on it, a video game.
He's not pissed off about it.
Oh
No,
I
they're,
am.
they're livid.
No,
No, I've seen the interview Darius Leonard gave about it, and he's like,
Eric Ebron walked away from the
and
mic.
they
It
were,
just cracks me up. It's like it's a freaking video game, guys. Really?
but that's
The best one I
Sorry,
watched. It was with
That
the,
is-
Nothing personal.
It was with the Chicago Bears. This interviewer is talking to some of the Chicago Bears and Tarek Cohen, and they said, "Well, what's Tarek's speed rating? It's got to be a 97." And they had him at like 92, 93, and he looked like he sincerely had a tear in his eye, and he didn't even say anything. He just like,
It's a video game.
but it's validation to these
Well,
guys.
and honestly, with
they're young fellas.
the way that those points are awarded, I mean, it's valid.
See, I don't know how they get all the points for this
Yeah, I
crap.
don't know
Maybe we
exactly
get a
how
research
I
assistant.
will research that.
That would be
come
that would
back
be
at it,
fun to.
I guarantee you, after all the fuss that's been made this year, I guarantee you somebody from EA has answered that question in an interview somewhere.
It's just
I guarantee it.
there's so many people that I mean, these are professional football players mad about their rating on a video game.
Well, good thing it doesn't go towards their contract.
I would.
Yeah, well,
Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe you'll find out in
maybe
your
that's why
research
they are so mad.
that hey, well, you scored pretty low on the Madden rating, so
Yeah, so we're
we
gonna
can't
drop
give you that
you a
extra
couple-
We're
$10
gonna
million.
go ahead and give you that extra $2 million because of your score on the Madden rating. I mean, really?
You were only an 86.
But still, it's a slap in the
trading you.
face.
It really is. It really is.
And you know what's been even more fun about the Madden ratings is the conversations about it. Because you don't want to play Madden this year
I won't.
because of where they put Darius Leonard.
That's right. That's my boy.
Well, you know what?
I mean,
you
talk
could
about
buy the
some
game
Petty bullshit.
and edit his player ratings and make him whatever you want.
Can you?
Yeah, I think
didn't
you
know
can.
that.
I think it's possible.
I ain't buying it though. I'm boycotting until my guy Leonard gets rated 99 like he's supposed to.
Woo! Well,
But anyways, go ahead. Keep Keep putting chips on his shoulder. 'Cause he ain't going to do nothing but prove you wrong
Well,
on
I'll
the
tell you what,
real
if-
field, baby. The real field, we're going to bust.
If-
Ooga, 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 ooga.
If he's having to dig that deep to get a chip on his shoulder, he's living right.
Well, when you snub him for the Pro Bowl, too.
Woo!
Man.
I mean,
telling
come on.
you.
How much disrespect do you want society and the businesses of society of professional football that center everything that these players do?
That's
How much
100%
disrespect
like,
do you want to
You are
take?
so mad, your face is turning red, bro.
It's
All that
horse shit.
It is horse shit, and I don't disagree with you because I feel like he should have made the Pro Bowl.
Well,
last year.
here's the thing to think about. Would you rather him be happy?
I guarantee you he's happy.
Do you think?
No, I
that
mean, would you
his-
rather him be happy about everything and not be? You want a linebacker mad. I mean, you want he should
Yeah,
wake
that's
up in the
true.
morning and be like, I'm going to beat somebody to death.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna take all these chips
Brrr.
and take it out on the real field, and that's good for us.
Yes, I think
And he's gonna reach those 200 tackles, and he's gonna get more than 10 sacks this year.
I was getting ready to say, I think
Oh, definitely
Two-
more than 10 sacks. Yeah,
I think he could hit
I
10.
think he's one of
Now-
your better pass rushers. He's fun to watch.
The greatest thing about saying he's going to get more than 10 sacks is the defensive line and our ends that Ballard is building.
It's gonna,
Oh my God, it's going to free him
We're gonna get
up,
after him.
and he is just going to light people up.
We're going to get after
Because
him.
these guys are what keeps those linebackers clean.
Yeah,
To
he's-
where they can pursue.
talked about it.
Pursue down the line, pursue the ball, and get to your
I
quarterback.
don't
or
know if you
whatever.
saw the NFL honors program this year. He got up and gave his Defensive Rookie of the Year speech then, and he talked about he gave all the credit to the defense.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
and there's a lot to be said for that. A good linebacker is only as good as his defensive line.
For
That's
sure.
truth. I mean, if you look at like Ray Lewis, look at the defensive lineman he had in front of him over the life of his
Yep.
career. I mean, he had some beasts in front of him.
He did. Now Ray Lewis, he followed that up with massive ass hits too.
Oh yeah, that dude played downhill like nobody's business.
I don't think he could play in the NFL today.
He could, but he wouldn't make anything on his paycheck because he'd be getting fined every week.
Every week, every other play.
He'd
Yeah.
probably adjust.
He'd spend a lot of time getting suspended too, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, let's
let's
talk about. Okay, we talked a lot about where players are in their ratings and things. Let's talk about how we feel this next NFL season is going to go about. We can break it down into a few categories here.
You want to break it down into categories?
Yeah.
Have you guys not talked about categories yet?
No,
Okay.
that's all right.
So
It's all coach.
so I kind of broke some things down, and
Do I need to make
I did some
notes?
research. And I
No.
looked at my predictions for next year as far as all the other teams' records and our record and where I think we're going to end up and where everyone's going to end up. And I came up with a few things I wanted to talk about. And a few of the categories I come up with just popped up.
How many
I
categories
did a
do
few
you got?
things. So I want to talk about Big P. Who do you think is going to be the biggest surprise team going into the next season? Who's going to come out and
Now,
shock the world?
You leave your mouth shut so that he actually can give his opinion without hearing yours.
I'm not, yeah.
Surprise team, and this is gonna upset a lot of our followers. But surprise team, I really think it's gonna be the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Actually, wouldn't disagree with you because I feel like they.
Now
got
you
their
just told
hands-
him to shut up and let
No,
me
no.
talk, and
Now,
you,
don't be
she
looking at
barely
my
let me
notebook.
get it out, Coach.
Don't be looking at my notebook.
I was just gonna tell you, I think that they actually got their hands on one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. So I feel like they've got some things to work with, but it's not going to be early on. They're going to be surprising at the end of the season.
What do you think?
I have not been a super big fan of Nick Foles.
I love Nick Foles. Nick Foles,
Even
is
when he was
like
in Philly and
my
he
heart.
come
heart.
through in the pinch and he wins the Super Bowl for
against
him
that piece of shit we hate.
against Tom Brady.
Uh-huh. My heart.
I remember Nick Foles before all of this, and he was an up-down quarterback. One play he would look
Talking about the
brilliant.
the Philadelphia Ducks.
Yeah, one play he would look brilliant.
Yeah.
The next play he would look like
But was he
a
the
high
starter?
school kid learning. Yes.
So, but was he the original starter, or
Yes.
did he come in as a backup?
No,
No, he was the
he
starter.
was the
Really?
original
Okay.
starter. This is the Nick Foles that I remember. That's why I'm not a whole concerned about the Nick Foles thing. Now he's got the potential to hurt you because he's got the skills. But to me, he's still up down. He's not consistent enough of a quarterback to be that huge of a threat. But
That's
they
right.
drafted some serious pieces this year
They
that
really did.
makes me feel like they are going to do something.
Now I looked at I looked at all the teams.
They drafted Josh Allen.
Yeah, I looked at all the teams last year's records, and I looked at where I had predicted things to fall out this season. And I have Jacksonville, and under my prediction, I have them winning 10 games this year, but not winning the division.
No.
Or
No, 'cause the
AFC
Colts will
South,
be
to
16.
me, the AFC South is going to be incredibly competitive this year. I think Jacksonville, with the improved play at quarterback, and not just improved play, it's going to be intelligent play at quarterback. Because I feel like, physically, I feel like Blake Bortles was as talented as anybody else in the NFL. It was decision-making problems. I don't think Nick Foles is going to make bad decisions. He's a better game manager by far.
I will agree with that.
And then you look at the pieces they added through the draft and free agency with Josh Allen.
Yeah, I had to make
the-
notes because there was
But
so many different
that
ones.
team needed to get better on defense.
Josh Allen, Juwan Taylor.
That dude's going to come off the edge like he
Dillard,
shot out
Williams.
of a cannon.
Josh Oliver.
The only thing that will hold Jacksonville back is lack of playmakers on offense. That is the only thing that will hold them back. Their offensive line's good. They've got a great running game. They've got, to me, like I said, if Nick Foles can acclimate himself to that system at all, and he becomes a good game manager like he was in Philadelphia,
Now,
Jacksonville's going to be
didn't
a team to reckon with.
Jacksonville's new coach, come from Philly?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
That was-
I don't remember his name.
DiFilippo. Is that who it is?
What'd you just say to me?
I think that's who it is. I can't remember who.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. And that's one thing Foles has got going for him.
Yes.
But there's still one player on that team that causes a lot of
You talking about
turbulence.
Jalen Ramsey?
Yes.
Well,
And
that can be handled in an office. That doesn't even have to be handled out on the field.
to me,
That's-
to me, a player like Ramsey is a me player. He plays for himself. You don't win championships like that.
and I agree. And that's why I've got Jacksonville going 10-6, but missing the playoffs. They're barely going to miss the playoffs this year. And that's a discussion
You-
for another day.
You know
And will
that
come
would be
up.
hard to argue. There's some other potential things that could happen to make that go down a little bit, but I don't think they'll be over that
Yeah.
mark by no
His
means.
name is Doug Marone.
Doug Marone.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you were saying flip
I have
UD.
Jacksonville winning 5 games, all at the tail end of the season. So
Like
they're
my
just,
girl.
I don't.
They're going to get
see
hot
them-
late.
Yeah,
it's
gonna
going to take
be
them a
the end
minute
of the
to
season.
adjust. It's going to take them a minute to adjust.
They're not going to be up there at all. They're not going to make the playoffs.
They will
But-
be competitive this
Yes.
year, though.
They're going to be hard to beat.
I think they will too.
But
I-
I've only got them winning 5.
That
games.
defense is tough.
Looking at the entire league and what they're trying to build, it was really a toss up between Jacksonville and Washington for me on the breakout teams.
Oh, I think
'cause,
Washington's going to have a rough year.
You know, last year Jacksonville, they went down. The year before that, they was in the AFC Championship, and this year,
in spite of
from
their
what they
quarterback.
did in the draft, bringing in Foles, they really started building. And to me, that you look at the players they have, it gets scary.
And
They
Ballard.
if
I
they
like Foles.
if they can keep Ramsey's mouth shut and build that culture that Ballard is always talking about building.
Yeah. I don't think that's something as an organization that they've focused on since probably the mid to late 90s. when they had Tom Coughlin there before, and I think I think that's something they're trying to turn around.
But I'm excited to see what Haskins can do in Washington. I hope they don't send him behind for a little bit. Try, he's got to learn from what's his name? I don't know.
The dude,
Yeah, it starts with a C.
Case Keenum.
Keenum, yeah. I really hope they take Haskins and they throw him in the lion's den and say sink or swim. Just like they did Peyton Manning, just like they did Andrew Luck.
Well, I think
a
a lot
talented
of
quarterback like that, and like Peyton Manning, like Andrew Luck,
he needs to take his lumps.
he will learn how to swim real fast in this league.
However, if you
'Cause
look at
you moved and I started getting some good air. You've been an air hog this whole time. Look at this rag.
I'm sweating. I'm sweating.
Has she been sucking up all the air, Coach?
Yeah, I think so.
gonna-
She's nice and cool.
We're gonna fine her for that one.
Well,
But no, I'm excited. Like I said, the breakout team. It was, and Washington done some good things too with the draft. I didn't really see a whole lot. What they were doing with the free agency.
Much help, though. And anytime you've got a rookie quarterback starting for you, the expectation level has to drop automatically because
Man,
that guy is going to take him a minute.
He's good though. God, he's good.
He's good.
He's
We'll
gonna
see
be-
what happens.
He's going to
but
be scary. I know a lot of people were thinking
with their history with rookie quarterbacks, though, I've got to think that there's a good chance that they're going to be like, we're going to handle this guy with kid gloves. We don't want another RG3 situation.
People would think, well, the Raiders are going to be this crazy breakout team. They were, -2 and 16 last year, and look what they drafted and this and that.
I've got them making a slight improvement this year.
Oh, they're going to make a big improvement, but I don't think, to me, they're not going to be the breakout team until the following year.
Yeah.
Gruden's third year, and I've always been a fan of Gruden. Always been a fan of Gruden. And,
when they walk
and I'm
into
watching
Vegas,
what
they're
he's
gonna be a
building
winner.
out there, and next year I'm going to say Las Vegas, which is going to be weird. And did you see their new logo?
No.
It's like an L made out of swords and a V made out of swords. I'm like,
no.
you're going
You're
to
going to take the most classic logo and
the Raiders sign away.
There's going to be so many people complain about that.
Oh,
that's not gonna happen.
that fan base is just
They're going to lose
is
it.
going to be livid. They're livid now.
I'm sorry. Having a fun time here. So Danny believes that Denver is going to be the breakout team.
Well, I'll go.
I actually have Denver getting the number 1 draft pick in the 2020
I also
draft.
by my predictions, I've got Denver winning one game this
One
year.
game.
Wow.
Yeah, that hurts.
Two.
But yeah.
I have Denver winning 2.
So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Denver fans, but that's how I feel. I may be totally wrong.
And somebody else brought up Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa Bay's got 3. Yeah.
Well, and Tampa Bay, okay,
Well, that
I can
brings up
see
a
an
good-
argument. I can
now
see
let me
a
ask
good
you this
argument for
question.
Tampa Bay because of Bruce Arians and Jameis Winston, and if they get lightning in a bottle with those two, with that duo of Arians, the quarterback whisperer, and Jameis Winston, the former number 1 pick in the draft. I mean that they've got a solid nucleus there on offense. They've got good receivers.
We're talking about
You're
Tampa
saying of the
Bay.
2020
Yeah.
draft, though. You want to
Yeah,
laugh.
well,
You want to
that's what I'm
laugh
saying.
at Denver. You want to laugh at Tampa
I'm not
Bay.
laughing.
Who's coming out next year?
What are you talking about? Tua
Tua Tagovailoa?
Yeah. The kid
Trevor
from
Lawrence is
Alabama.
probably coming out.
It's a good possibility.
I mean,
There's gonna be some quarterbacks.
My
No,
God,
that's what I'm
if
saying.
you're looking for that quarterback,
Herbert from Oregon.
There's going to be some competition for that
Yep.
first round or that first draft pick in 2020, and I feel like
If
we've got
you're-
Miami looking for it.
if
we've
you're
got
in the
Denver looking
Cincinnati.
for it, Cincinnati,
if you're in the
Tampa.
top 5, you're gonna hold some serious clout in the 2020
so
draft.
Yes.
I feel like these teams are trying really hard to just lose.
Well, speaking of these teams that are going to tank it,
Well, that's why they went and got Flacco.
so
They must be trying to lose.
let's talk about
Terrible.
let's talk about going into next season. The biggest disappointment, the biggest disappointing team going into next season.
Biggest disappointing team?
Dallas Cowboys.
No, that
Wow.
that's an expectation
No,
in my
so-
book.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, there's things that go along with this. You're talking about a team that you expect to win.
Well, we've got, I mean, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. We all know this. And we've got some good talent on that team, but some of the changes that they make no sense. Like Witten had his day. Why would we bring him back? He's tired. He's Serena tired.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh yes.
I mean, did you not watch him last year? I mean,
I think if you lined me and you up against him, in
Yeah,
the
but
40,
he
we
took
might,
a year off and
we might,
got behind a microphone and
Yeah.
talked.
If I had to sit back and pick a Dallas Cowboy that I can put at the top of my I love this man as a Dallas Cowboy list, I'm pretty sure that he would be second. He's not first. But he's old. He's tired. He's good, but is he good enough? I don't think so.
We'll find out. Because
So-
he came back.
And then we've got some ego.
I like Jason Witten.
I love Jason Witten.
Well,
And-
I think a problem that
and-
you got with
and
Dallas is the
to see-
coaching
to
staff.
see-
Ask Coach how much I love Jason
To
Witten.
see a player come back out of retirement like that because he still loves the game and he still wants to compete, I can't do nothing but root
I
for
would
you.
Like, and again, Witten.
What do you think as far as disappointing teams?
Well, besides kicking your butt all over. Honestly,
I didn't even get to
I'm looking at San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, they're
as
already,
my-
like disappointing.
No,
It
they're-
Well,
was
there's some
disappointing as soon as they-
expectation.
if you look at their paper, they're strong. They're strong, especially getting Garoppolo back.
Yeah.
See, and I like Garoppolo quite a bit, so I'm kind of hoping
You would. He's from New England.
No, he's a good quarterback, dude.
He's a
Has
New
nothing
England
to do with New
quarterback.
England. He's
No,
a
I
good
can't say
quarterback.
that because I love Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
He came from the same
Well,
spot.
and one of my
So I
all-time-
can't say that.
My all-time hated quarterback ever, was from the 49ers. So
Which one?
She's got a Steve Young
I
problem.
hate Steve Young so much.
Yeah, I'm not a big Steve Young fan.
Thank you. Because he's a little bitch.
He is a little bit.
Wow.
Oh my God, he touched me. He should get fouled. Yeah, Steve Young's a little bitch.
But there's a lot of expectations for the 49ers to really do something solid this year.
There's a
and-
lot of people that.
And
that-
I
Disagree
don't
with
think
you.
they're ready.
I just don't think that there's a whole lot of expectation there.
yeah, I think I've got them.
on paper, there's a shitload of expectation.
Let's see, 49ers.
I've got them winning 3 more games than they did last year. But still, they're not.
I have
They're
them-
not sniffing
they're,
the playoffs.
they're not going to do what they're expected to do.
I have them winning 5 games total.
I am winning 6.
Yeah.
But careful. Be careful. Oh,
My biggest disappointing team, I've got the Tennessee Titans. They went and no, this is easy to say this. They were 9-7 last year. Had they beat us in week 17, they would have been in the playoffs. And I think their fan base is expecting to make the next step this year. I'm sorry to tell you, Titans fan base, they're going to go 3-13 this year.
I love it.
Who
Who you got them beating though?
They,
Cincinnati.
if I look, yeah, I think
Minnesota?
they've got Cincinnati. I think they've got.
Tennessee winning 6 games.
I think they've got the Cardinals. I'm not sure.
Careful.
There's a couple of them, and it's
Careful.
home games. They've got a really rough schedule this year. If you
They
look at
do.
it, I mean, you've got 6 games built into their schedule against teams that are going to be man eaters this year. The Jaguars, the Texans, and the Colts are going to go around kicking everyone's asses in the NFL
believe.
this year, and I truly believe that.
Yeah.
So they've got 6 games right there. That may be 6 L's. It really may be.
Very possible.
And this isn't saying that Tennessee's a bad team, because I think they've got the potential to be good. This 3-13 season, they're going to be losing a lot of close games. I really believe
Their
that.
schedule actually is terrible.
They have one of the tougher schedules in the
Yeah.
NFL this year.
Have you looked at their schedule? Would you like to?
I have.
Go
but
ahead,
I don't
rattle off some of the
remember it all.
highlights.
So they opened at Cleveland.
That's a loss.
Which Cleveland's, they're expected to be tough.
Week 2 is Indianapolis.
That's a loss.
Week 3, Jacksonville. At Jacksonville.
That's a
a
loss.
possible
I
win.
think it's a
Week
loss.
3.
That's
You
a
think?
loss.
You think Jacksonville's getting everything together?
At Jacksonville.
Maybe.
Yes.
But it
Especially
is at
when you're playing-
Jacksonville.
and it's a conference game, so yeah.
And Mariota is going to get the
Week
tar beat out of him
4
in that
is
game.
Atlanta. So my first win for them is week 5 with Buffalo.
Yeah, there you go. At home,
Yeah.
they're at home against Buffalo.
Yeah.
There's a win. In my eyes, maybe.
There-
Week
You don't think
6
so?
No.
At the Broncos.
Buffalo's the sleeper team
I
this year.
actually-
I have them beating the
I have them
Broncos.
beating the Broncos at Denver also because I really
Yes.
Denver's not.
Hey, I'm telling you, mark this down now. Buffalo's the sleeper team nobody's looking at. Nobody's looking
Now,
at.
see, I've got.
Mark it
do I
down
got in my
on
notes?
today's date at this time.
I've
Big
got,
P.
I've got the Buffalo Bills doing exactly what they did last year, 6 and 10,
I
and
don't even think I have them 6 and 10. I think mine's worse.
they've got a tough schedule also.
No, I've got them 9 and 7.
I that to me that's a very respectable 6 and 10
Yeah.
though, with that team.
Yeah, I think
I like them.
I think they're the sleeper team of the NFL this
I
year.
don't think it's going to be Buffalo.
That's my opinion. Who do you think?
That's valid.
I mean, now we talked about the surprise. Who's coming up, but that one team that
That you're not
you know
expecting.
that keeps piling up the wins here and there, and next thing you know, they're a friggin' force.
So
To me, Buffalo's got it this year.
Mine is the Browns.
Well, I think if you the Ravens.
But see, the thing is, everybody's looking at the Browns.
Yeah, so it's
Everybody's
not even
looking
a
at the
surprise.
Browns.
No.
If the Browns go to the Super Bowl, nobody's really going to be surprised because of the talent that's on that
Yes.
team.
Yes.
And
So-
the only thing that's going to hold him back at this point is going to be their coach. I don't know him. I don't.
Greg Kitchens is no joke.
Yeah. So I don't know where
I
we're going
like
to go,
him.
and I'm excited about the Browns
And-
because there is so much joy in those kids playing football. All they want to do is just go out there and play football, and I have not seen that.
Well,
with
that's
the
going
Browns
to change a little bit this year.
in a
Their
long time.
chemistry is going to change slightly.
There's going to be a diva explosion.
I think that you're wrong. I really.
I don't
do.
know when it's going to pop.
I
I
think
give
that
it.
you're
I
wrong.
give it within 3 years.
And it's in 3 years, yes, but this year I
If
think
things
what
don't
you're
go
gonna
well.
see
But
is a whole bunch of kids that are like, this is what we wanted to do. This is what we grew up wanting to do. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have a Cubs moment this year.
Kristen is pains me to say, but I agree with you, and that's one of the reasons I love Baker Mayfield, because he is so passionate about playing and winning.
He just wants to play.
And if you're not all in, he don't give a rat's ass about you.
Well, and have
But
you
if you are all in, he's got your back 100% of the
have
way.
you seen some of the videos from his defense? Like, they're so much fun to watch. And then off the field, they enjoy each other and they're excited.
That's why I said the diva explosion is going to happen late year 2, year 3.
Potentially, but I think at that point we're gonna go ahead and probably
But
get
they-
rid of.
They are going to absolutely be fun to watch this year. Absolutely.
Well, we've talked about teams breaking out. Let's talk about some individuals now.
Now you want to go NFL or you want to go back to the Colts? What's our time?
let's do the-
What's our time?
We're gonna go 2 hours
It doesn't
tonight
matter.
anyway. We got
I
plenty.
don't
of
know
time.
if I'm gonna make it in this hot ass room for
And
2
at
hours.
some point I'm gonna have to pee.
'Cause she keeps
So,
blocking. Go pee now. Let me have some air.
man, don't tell me what to do.
So
please. I'll open the
let's
door
call-
for you.
Let's call let's call out a breakout offensive player of the year.
I got nothing. Sorry.
You can't come up with something. Just
Please.
something. So spit a name out.
Can I go
Ezekiel
first?
Elliott. No, he's not a breakout though, because he's
No,
wonderful.
he's established.
He's a thug.
little bitch.
Pushes around little white boys
Well,
I mean,
because he didn't get what he wanted.
what do you think?
Honestly, and this you're gonna laugh at me, but
we laugh at
Campbell.
you anyway.
Paris Campbell.
Oh my God,
He
I'm
is
so
going-
excited about Paris Campbell.
I hope
He's my
he is.
breakout
I
player
think that
for the
you're
Colts
right.
and for the NFL.
I think, and I hope that you're right, because after all the research that I did on our draft picks for the Colts, I love Paris Campbell.
He's awesome.
He's got a lot of potential.
Somebody made a comment on one of my posts, or I made a comment on their post. But I even said that Paris, by the end of the year, Paris Campbell will be the number 1 receiver to Andrew Luck.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I can
That's
totally
saying
see that.
something.
Yeah,
I can see
that's my opinion. I mean, I can't.
You've got a lot.
I
Of,
can't
you've
make
got
it
a lot
into-
of hands to throw to on that team.
Oh my God, you do.
But
you
have
do.
you watched Paris Campbell play? Have you
And
watched
yeah.
any of his
and
stuff
you
from
got
college even?
And the thing is,
He's tough.
he's
He's
competing
amazing.
with T.Y. Hilton,
Yeah.
proven
But is
T.Y. Hilton.
But was Paris Campbell that good because he was Paris Campbell, or was Paris Campbell that good because he had Dwayne Haskins?
Both.
I think that.
Both.
Yeah.
A receiver makes a quarterback makes a receiver. We all know that. And if you are in tune with each other, oh my God,
Yeah, that's great.
it's lights out.
Well, and speaking of the quarterback receiver relationship, my breakout player this year is Juju Smith-Schuster from Pittsburgh.
Really? I love Juju.
And here's the
I want to
reason
know
why I
how
say it.
his
A lot
parents
of-
came up with that name.
I like Jujubes.
A lot of people might say that his breakout year was last year, but I think he's going to break out farther than that. I think he's going to be an elite receiver after this year. I really do. Having Antonio Brown out of there, they're going to have to focus more of the offense towards his way.
Yep.
And to me, if he has worked as hard as he has in the last 2 seasons to improve, he's going to be at the top of the league this year. I truly believe that.
It was Kane.
Deion Kane
Deion Kane. Who is he?
One of our
He's
one
a
of
wide
was
receiver.
he was a
from Clemson.
was he second round, first round pick last year? How many first rounds do we have?
He was.
He was a top pick, a one or two pick on the Colts' offense board.
He
last
wasn't
year,
our first pick,
but he
was-
tore an
he was our top
ACL.
3 pick.
Was it an ACL
I
in
believe-
training
So,
camp?
Yeah.
Potentially, if he's playing this year, he could have a breakout year.
He
Yeah,
could. He,
potentially.
oh my God! Yeah,
So,
he is
Rusty-
nothing but upside.
One of our followers here, his name is Rusty. He actually said,
likes Deion Kane.
no, he asked your opinion on Deion Kane.
I think there's so many question marks about him because we haven't really seen him on the field in the NFL. We've seen
Except for in
one preseason game, 2 preseason
2.
games. So the sample size is so small, it's hard to say. I've heard all of these fairy tale stories about how well he's done in training camp and during practices, but we don't see that.
no.
So it's hard to say. What I've heard sounds fantastic. And I hope he is that good. And I hope these guys push each other.
Jack Doyle, Eric Ebron, T.Y. Hilton,
Devin
Parrish,
Funchess.
Campbell, and Kane.
And
We're not
Devin
even
Funchess.
throwing in Funches in there.
Yeah.
We're not even throwing in anybody else.
I love Funches so much.
Oh my God! When Coach said it was going to be hard to make this team this year,
Yeah.
he was not bullshitting
So-
any bullshitters.
No.
There's no doubt about it. The Colts are going to hold the AFC. There's no way around it. We're going to come across the Colts playing the Patriots in the playoffs, and the Colts are going to destroy them.
I would love to see that.
No, everybody would. Everybody, including Patriots fans, would love to see a rematch because they call all of y'all Colts fans whiny bitches.
Yeah. Well,
That's
We've been
that's
hearing
all
that
you
for
can
years.
say when you got Tom Brady's nuts in your mouth 24/7. Piss on a Patriot fan.
Those would be Tom Brady's deflated nuts.
I don't know. They're still his nuts, and
Well-
they're all nut suckers.
So I mean, there's no way. There's nobody better in the AFC than the Indianapolis Colts.
I don't believe so.
we talked about
You don't think so?
I do not believe so. No, that there is somebody better.
Okay. I was
I'm
like, are you-
again. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh wow, that's weird.
I know twice in one show.
now we talked about breakout offensive players.
It must be the heat.
Yeah.
I'm dehydrated or something.
Let's talk about breakout defensive players.
I like his choice. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with his choice.
So
For total for NFL or for the Colts?
for the NFL.
Okay, go.
My breakout defensive player, as well as Kristen's, Leighton Vander Esch. Now, a lot of people
That
may.
is going to be hard to beat, Coach.
The
That's
way I'm
tough.
seeing this, okay, so this kid came out last year, and I don't think he got shot out of a cannon quite like
He did
Darius
that last
Leonard
year.
did. Well, let me finish. Can I finish?
You're getting in trouble all
So-
day long.
What are you really? And I wonder why.
It's 8:00, yo.
So,
No wonder she's on
like I
camera
said,
today.
Leighton Vander Esch didn't get. I don't feel like he got shot out of the cannon like Darius Leonard did. Darius Leonard was in the starting lineup in game 2. So it was from that point on. That was Darius Leonard's defense. It really was, minus some minor setbacks with minor injuries. I think he missed a game against the Patriots. So you look at that, and then compare his season to Leonard's, because I feel like these two are going to be compared to each other their entire careers. I really do. I think
Vander Esch and Leonard.
Vander Esch and Leonard,
That's valid.
because I feel like you're looking at the future of linebacker play in the NFL right now.
Yep.
Between those two players, I feel like Van Der Esch has some help around him now, and Sean Lee is out of the picture, I believe.
Yeah, Sean Lee is no longer with the Dallas
So
Cowboys.
there's more playing opportunities for him there, and I feel like he's likely going to be a captain on that defense this year. So Van Der Esch is going to come out, and this is no knock on Darius Leonard. He may slightly outshine Leonard this year,
Nah.
I think you might be right.
but that's my opinion. I think he's a wonderful player, and we're gonna see a lot of years to come, hopefully, between the two of those, and hopefully some time against each other too.
Not this year. Thank God.
Defensive wise, the breakout player. My God, there's a whole slew of plates on this table for that one.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean,
There,
and I did my best not to name a Colt and seem like a homer on this.
it's tough. Now, my rookie defensive player.
Well, that would be
for the
that would be
NFL,
a breakout player.
well, just rookies though. He's not gonna. I think Josh Allen from Kentucky
Man, he's gonna be tough.
got drafted, but yeah,
And he's going into a
the
good
kid. The
defense.
kid's a stud. I mean,
he's going to get a lot of help.
yeah, he's USDA prime beef, man. Kid's a stud. I
like that.
so wish we could have got him. Now I'm happy with who we got. I mean, I'm not-
Yeah.
But rookie, that's him. League wise, man, coach.
Who's going to make that next step?
There's two people that I can't decide, and Mac out of Chicago and Leonard from Indianapolis.
Well, I mean, to me, those guys are established already. They're there.
They've
arrived. Khalil Mack.
But
Khalil Mack.
they're not-
He was in
they're
the
not
argument
even-
for MVP last
They're
year.
not even close to done with what they can do.
No.
And-
Chicago's going to be a wrecking crew
Now-
this year.
Say Leonard gets 15 sacks this year, 16 sacks this year,
Oh, dear God.
200 and something tackles, and and to me, it's quite possible because of that line, that front line that Ballard's built. With our new edge rushers coming in, he is going to be in the best position of any football defensive wise. He's not even going to have to know what play. He just gets to go out there and freely do what he does.
To me, there's only two things that can limit Leonard this year, and that's injury and the play calling, and that's it.
I agree. So if he does produce these kind of numbers, I would call that breakout. Those are massive numbers that have not been seen.
There's some expectations there for sure.
And Mac has the same possibilities. He's that damn good that he can create these kind of numbers.
Yeah.
It's tough. Now, as far as the rookies on the Colts, I'm going with Rock. Rock Yassin.
You think he's gonna have a big year?
Oh my God.
Well, let's talk about breakout rookies
He-
for the whole league. I picked one.
I said Josh Allen.
Josh
For
Allen out of
rookies.
Jacksonville.
Yeah. But
Now-
for the Colts, and I'll tell you what, Rock is going to be right there too. The only difference between Rock and Josh Allen is the position and the number of plays that are thrown to that position. You know, that middle field ground gets hit more than any other spot on the field.
Yeah.
You know, so Rock is, he's a cornerback. He's only going to have so many opportunities, to shine. Where Josh Allen, he's a linebacker. He's going to have
He's gonna be there all the time.
3 times the number of chances to shine.
Yeah,
and to me,
Rock's likely
that's
gonna
the
be a
difference. They could,
He'll be that slot guy.
they very well could,
He'll be playing inside
but
a lot.
he's still back a little bit.
Yeah.
He's quicker than friggin' snot on a red rock.
Yeah.
But you know how fast football goes.
Yes.
And that's why I took Josh. And I'm not putting anything over Boza either.
Yeah.
You know, I watched. I don't know what the hell it was. It wasn't no 30 for 30, but ESPN went out to his house and, you know, had his brother Joey there, and you know his mom. And they would feed him. He was like, "Yeah, these kids eat me out of the house, and you got to feed them so many carbs every day, or they're not happy and they get grumpy." And you know, I just really resonated with that. You know, when they showed that family life, I'm like, you know what, that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
You know, and then you watch what he's done. Oh my God, the kid's got talent in every friggin' pocket he's got.
Well, I've got one that's going to come out of left field. I don't think anybody's talking
For
about
rookies?
it. For rookies.
Okay.
My breakout rookie is going to be Devin Singletary. Running back for Buffalo.
It's a great name.
So,
Is he related to Mike?
That's
I'm
exactly
not
what
sure.
I said.
I'm not sure.
Let me check.
I would think we'd hear more stories about that if he was.
I saw him in college a little bit.
Is it DEV?
Who did? What college did he go to?
DEVIN. I want to say it was one of the small colleges out of Florida, like Florida Coastal or something like
Okay.
that. So he got drafted by Buffalo, and if you look at the way things have lined up in Buffalo, LaShawn McCoy's coming to the end of his career, and he's slightly injury prone to begin with. To me, if there's a player in the NFL that came out in the draft that reminds me of LaShawn McCoy, it's Devin Singletary.
I'll have to go look
So
up
this
some
kid's
tape on him.
he's shifty. He runs with violence. He's got good hands.
He runs with violence.
He does. I'm telling you.
That's
he's
a hell of an
aggressive.
explanation.
He's aggressive. Look him up. If you haven't heard the name yet, look him up on YouTube. Look for some film on this kid. He's talented.
This kid rushed for 164 yards in one game.
But against who?
North Texas.
He's tough.
Yeah.
He's very talented. He's got the full package. And if there's a rookie that has the opportunity to do something unexpected this year, I feel like it's him.
All right, I'm gonna have to look him up. I can't even say I know that name.
Yeah, take a look.
Where did he get drafted? Was it late?
Buffalo. Ironically,
I want to say
No, I know he got drafted. I'm talking position wise.
40.
Number 40 overall.
Yeah.
First pick, second round. That's not bad.
No.
That's
that's respect for especially for this running back class that we had this year.
yeah.
I think
You know
we only
what's
have
funny?
one
Next-
running back going the first
That
round.
2020 draft is all
Oh, it's
offense.
loaded in offense.
Oh my God. I'll be interested to see if
You know what? So
Trevor
CBS
Lawrence
Sports,
comes out or not.
Oh, I hope he does.
CBS Sports
He's
actually
ready.
has Devin Singletary as their number one drafted running back this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Coach, you should
I
work
stand
for.
by. I stand by that.
You should work for ESPN. Either that or you're getting all your
Tell them
information
that.
from ESPN.
No, I'm not.
No, this was
But-
CBS.
Because I get all mine from there, so I don't blame you.
Actually, I don't even use ESPN.
I don't either.
I try to avoid it because I want it to be.
I
You know,
absolutely.
So that's why I don't want.
I'll tell you, and I don't mean to interrupt,
You're fine.
but a network that I like to is my go-to now is Bleacher Report.
I like Bleacher Report.
too.
I do.
I actually have found a database of information on NFL players that I start there.
Is
with
it
NFL.
open source or
Yeah.
what is it?
That is an excellent question. Please hold.
So let's come around on that.
Do.
We talked about our breakout rookies. Let's talk about our rookies that are going to be a bust this year. I think this one might be easy.
I think I know who you're going to go with.
The quarterback that got drafted by the New York Giants.
No,
Really?
Who do you think?
I thought you was going to say Kyler Murray.
Oh,
Oh,
no. I don't
no.
think so.
No, I think
I
he's
don't
actually
think
gonna
I don't
pretty
think
good.
he's going to be a bust either.
I don't think he's
No.
going to be great, but I don't think he's going to be.
I came
I think
across
he's going to have a good year.
I came across one of his rookie cards the other day, and I
Just-
picked it up. So any of you Arizona fans out there want to do some trading for
So-
Kyler Murray rookie card, let me know.
Who's his center?
That'd be selling me.
Yeah, I don't follow
You're the research
I don't
person.
follow
You're supposed to
Arizona
have
very
that information for us, man. What do I pay you for?
Now, as my rookie bust, and I think this is real easy to say it, I'm going to go with Daniel Jones, the Duke quarterback from
From
the
Duke?
Giants. Yeah. I
You
still don't know
think
what
he's
they were
even
doing.
going to get on the field this year, though?
If the Giants start off 0-4, and I think they will, that is a horrible team.
I don't think so. I think they'll run Eli all the way through the end of the
Until
year
the wheels fall off.
and say, okay, Eli, you need to decide to retire like now.
He should've
We're done
been-
with you.
Oh,
You've
it's
won us 2
actually-
Super Bowls. You've done really well.
To me, why would you waste a top 10 pick on a
Yeah.
player that you're going to sit on the bench for you?
Trade values. They
Yeah, not for him though.
well,
There was nothing
Trade the
about
pick
him
then.
on
that made sense. He's
Yeah.
not trade worthy. He's not
Oh.
plate worthy. What made sense about him? He's not even practice team worthy.
Well,
honestly, I think
you can't judge him yet,
I
but-
think you need to go back and look at a little more film on him
I don't disagree with you. There had to have been a
because
reason.
he
and
is not that bad.
I'm a Dallas
as a
Cowboy fan, so I
quarterback.
sincerely hope that
Now-
he just sucks balls.
When he was at Duke, he was on a bad team. He
he
made
was
some
on a bad
bad
team.
decisions, and I can't say that I've scouted him, like these pros do, and spent hundreds of hours scouting the kid. But from what I've seen, his decision making needs to improve. But all the fundamentals
Which
are
is
there.
ridiculous. Because
Kid's got a cannon for an arm.
that's one of the problems that the Giants have had. There's
Decision
just
making?
No decision making on the field at all. Eli sucks at it.
Well, he don't suck too bad.
So it's
Tony
actually
said his nipples are sweating.
Pro Football Reference.
chafing a little bit.
It's Pro Football Reference is the website. It's a wonderful
Football
website.
Reference?
Yeah. And there's
Can you
dashes
send me that link?
pro-football-reference.
Yeah, just text it to me or something. I
See, she's
appreciate
hiding
that.
that from me. She doesn't share that with me.
I
either.
have. I told you about
Stop.
that.
It's conversational.
Now my rookie bust. I gotta think about this.
I don't even care enough.
Wow.
I honestly think that quarterback.
It's gonna be in the
I
receiver, but
Still trying
who
to
was
figure
that
out.
one we were talking about? Was
Metcalf?
it DK Metcalf that we?
Went to Seattle.
No,
Well,
he.
Yeah, he went to
Oh,
Seattle.
Neil Harry went to up north
Keel
bastard
Harry.
teams. Yeah, maybe it was
Uh,
DK with the one out of LSU.
Yeah, I think that.
Is that Metcalf?
You're quizzing me. Metcalf went to Ole Miss.
Who's the one out of LSU? Dropped all the way to 32nd.
I think that might have been. No, Harry went to.
The one that went to the Patriots. That's the one I'm
that's
thinking
in
of.
Keel Harry.
That's my bust.
That's your bust.
That's my bust.
Man, they don't need a vertical threat. I know that. And that's him. He's tough. He's big. He's got big hands.
And but the thing is, I'm not saying he's a bust
If
because
anybody's gonna coach
because
him
of his
up,
talent.
You think they're just gonna sit him on the bench?
I think nope. I think he's not going to be a Tommy ball licker. Tommy's not going to throw him the ball.
Well,
He will not have the stats
Well,
because of the quarterback decision making up there.
I'll tell you a lot of it. If he doesn't fit that system, and that system's made for guys that run short routes,
That suck Tommy's
underneath,
balls.
he doesn't. If you see, he doesn't go deep anymore, and there's a reason for it. I don't know if he can.
He's 82 years old.
Well, there you go. 82-year-old Tom Brady who
So
can't throw the
actually,
ball.
one of our fans, Rusty, again, would like to know whether or not you feel like our coaching staff is going to stick around.
Yes. 100% yes.
What-
Now, are you saying this because you hope?
No. I'm saying this because they see the culture Ballard is building. They see the leadership of Frank Wright. It's going to have to be a head coaching position for them to leave.
Well, that was something I
And-
would.
Yeah, that's
and
something that.
and that's
I'll tell you. I don't think that Eberflus has the chops to be a head coach.
nope.
I don't. That
Not
doesn't.
yet.
That doesn't
Not yet.
mean. That doesn't mean that if the Colts finish in the top 5 in defense, that somebody's not going to give him the opportunity. And if somebody gives him the opportunity, I feel like he should take it, because that's the nature. That's the
100%, yeah.
nature of
That's
the
how it
game.
works.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
If you get
It-
that opportunity to advance yourself, you should do it.
It is, but when you're in a winning organization, how often and what is it going to make it to make you leave?
Well, so that's
When you're in that winning culture
depends.
and that winning organization,
and that's valid.
Yeah.
So it would be a head coach position somewhere else, unless you're.
Yeah, we're not going to lose somebody to
then-
another team to
and
coordinate.
that's the thing. They're
Or
not going to
what's
get Oob for another defensive coordinator's position. It would have to be.
Yeah.
They will have to go from where they're at now to a head coach,
Exactly.
and then they know they will fail
Well, and
because
that's-
they
and
need
that's the
more
thing,
time.
Too. I don't think that with the Colts hierarchy of coaching, the offensive coordinator is kind of more of a figurehead in Indianapolis right now, because I feel like Frank Reich calls the plays, and he's fantastic at it. You can't
Yeah.
complain about what he's done. He makes our former coordinators look like they're playing in coloring books on Sunday. So between him and Eberflus,
He
Eberflus is
single-handedly beat Cheetah in
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
now we might lose some position coaches to become coordinators. That's happened in the past. I wouldn't put it past it happening again.
We're not losing no major coach.
But we're not. When you look at what I consider the top 3 of your coaching staff is always offensive coordinator,
and
defensive
head.
coordinator, your head coach.
Yeah.
Those guys aren't going anywhere.
And they have the coaching staff they want.
Yeah, they really do.
Now
They
they
are going to
set
do
themselves up
everything they can to keep them as well.
So
Yeah.
this is what's fun as a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I see what the Colts have done. And as a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'm like,
You want to be like the Colts, don't you?
what are the Dallas Cowboys doing? It drives me insane,
It should.
because Kellen Moore has no business being an offensive coordinator.
Well, there you go.
Jason Garrett had no business being a head coach.
There you go.
I like Jason Garrett though.
I love Jason Garrett so much.
But yet you're firing his ass.
Damn
That's
straight.
I don't want that love
Damn
you're
straight.
giving, woman.
I love me some Jason Garrett, and there's no one that loves that team more than he does. But is
I don't know
he
about
good enough?
that. I know some diehard Dallas Cowboy fans.
Certainly.
As do
I mean, they tattoo their kids with stars.
came damn close. Almost did that. In
Man, did you
once.
guys see that post I put out about the tattoos and
Oh,
the team?
good heavens.
Man, that was huge.
I thought the internet was going to break
Now-
over that.
I did have somebody ask. They said, "Well, what do they win?" I was like,
Bragging rights. You win
"Well,
bragging rights.
it's bragging rights." But I went a little bit further, and the post is still going up, so I'm not counting yet. But the team that wins the most tattooed fan base, I'm going to put their jersey up
I like
over the
it.
window.
I like it.
Oh, that's-
okay.
for the
Okay.
entire NFL season.
I like
No, not for the whole season.
For the
No.
whole
You're
season.
putting that up there.
it. I
for the
dig it.
whole
I
season.
like it.
So if you haven't seen that post, go back, check it out.
I
If
know,
you
I've
got
seen
a if you got a team tattoo, you better put it on it, because right now I want to say the Colts are leading the charge.
Well,
in
I
this.
hope
Worse,
so.
Because you just post your shit in Colts pages.
No, I don't. This is in every football
actually-
group.
I
This
posted
is
it
in
my
this is in Dallas page.
Yeah.
This is in the Raider Nation. This post is
I
in
saw- I
every
saw some
football
good
group.
ones.
Yeah.
I saw some
in
good
fact,
ones.
this particular post has more responses than any other post that we've done. We're like 47,000 strong on this one.
You haven't been around Burning Bet long enough.
No, I have not.
I've done better than this. But it's been a while. It's been a while. Now, I will tell you the story, and I'm not going to say no names, but there was a guy out in Kansas City. His house got burglarized.
Oh.
And the thugs that came in damn near beat him to death with a bat.
Wow.
and he had to go in and get some brain surgery done, and he's got this big old scar on his head, and of course the surgeons shave it and everything. Well, he took that. Instead of people staring at the scar, he had the Chiefs arrowhead
That's
put
awesome.
over the scar, and then he's got Kansas City inside the. And I was like, dude, I love it. I love that tattoo. I love the story. I hope they find those bastards and hang him in the square. But that was awesome. I loved how he took something that was so negative that happened to him in his life,
And then turned
brought
it
his
into
his
something
love of
neat.
his team,
Yeah.
and made a positive out of it. You want to stare? Stare at this, bitch.
If I were
I love it.
If I were ever to go with a team tattoo, it wouldn't be the Cowboys.
Then what kind of fan are you?
Oh, good heavens!
A Longhorn fan.
No,
That shit, that's a Lobo, yo.
New Mexico.
No,
Woof,
Lobo. That's a
woof,
loco.
Woof.
It is a loco.
It's a loco.
You'll notice his hat. I'm just saying.
We know Mama dresses him. Don't worry about it.
It's okay.
He picked
The
that hat
things
out
we
all
do.
by his damn self.
You left me out there, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
usually
well, I'm
the
sorry.
things
we do.
man.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well,
If I'm well, and I graduated from UNM, and I was a third generation graduate from UNM. So yes, I'm gonna get my Lobo tattoo. Thank you.
What the air and opportunity, girl? What's stopping you?
well, if somebody's hearing this,
Yeah, we I know we
It's a
got some
tattoo
tattoo
artist.
artists.
So Kristen would really like her Lobo tattoo. If we have tattoo artists out there, please help me.
There you go. Who's going to accept that challenge?
I don't know, but I feel like I'm melting.
Yeah, it's
I
time to
am.
go.
We got what else we got? Oh, guess what?
What?
We are 1 week away from the Colts training camp
We are
starting.
Yes.
so
One
close.
stinking week away.
Which actually puts us super close to preseason. I know that y'all count down to regular season, and that's great. I count down to when I get to watch football. So August 1st is super close, and I'm excited.
Yes. So we're planning on doing some preseason activities, or some training camp activities. I'm sorry.
We know that we're going to, was it the 15th?
Well, I'm sure Big P here is going to be at
No,
everything.
he's going to be at everyone, but we know
No,
that
I can't say everyone. I'm going to try. I still got a family and wife and a teenage daughter
we know-
schedule
we
that
know
I got to
priorities.
juggle. Yeah.
we have that one.
I will tell you this,
No, we
though.
know
When
we're
I
going
die, I want to be cremated, and someone's going to sneak into Lucas Oil Stadium and throw a few ashes out there on that field for me.
I got you, P.
Tony, make sure that happens. You don't have to throw the whole bucket out there.
No.
Just sprinkle a few
Could
out
you
there.
just imagine?
Just put a little bit.
Folgers can right out of 50.
You know what we'll do? We'll
Chuck.
actually just go ahead and trip and fall in front of the beer.
And then I hope
Yeah,
Darius
there you go.
Leonard sacks Tom Brady,
On top of it.
and all the dust goes in his mouth and swallows me, and I give him cancer. No, I don't. I don't
Wow.
want.
I really feel like you're probably gonna outlive the Tom Brady bullshit.
I don't know.
He's done.
Wow.
He's done sold his soul to the devil. Who knows how many more years that man's got? But yeah, training camp's coming up. Super excited. I know I'm going to be out there quite a bit. I know you guys are planning to be out there.
We know at least one date.
The 15th. That's the Brown scrimmage, ain't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Well, no. Hold on.
We intend on going to that, and
Yes.
we have tickets for the preseason game against the Browns.
So the 15th is the day that we know we're going to training.
That's a Saturday.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah, and that's the,
Yes. I thought
that's
that was
the
a
training
Saturday.
camp. No, the Saturday is the 17th, which is the actual preseason game.
Okay.
Yes.
So we actually are planning on going to the training camp on August 15th. So we know that Coach and I are going to be there. We'd love it if our fans could go. So if anyone
Yeah,
wants
please come out.
to,
If you see us, tap us on the shoulder, get your picture taken with us.
we'd
We'll put it on
love that
Facebook.
so much.
Yes.
And this is August 15th.
Are you guys going to be signing autographs too? What
If they
the?
want
Yeah, I
one.
mean, we can.
I don't know why they want one, but if they want one, I'm not.
We want
beyond-
our fans to join
I'm not
us.
beyond
We'll take
signing
our
someone's
pictures
butt
with
cheek.
you.
I mean,
Well, it would be
Whatever
fun.
it takes. I'll bring the Sharpie.
I think it would be fun to have just an in-person conversation with a lot of our fans that we talk
Yes.
to on a regular basis. So come out, please come out and see us on the 15th of August.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
We are looking forward to
We
it.
got to make plans for next week's show because I know I'll be out there all day.
Sunscreen and
Oh,
water.
good Lord. We
You know
better have a
what?
bucket of ice to sit on in here.
And Carvey's meeting me and we're riding out there together.
Can you come pick
What?
me up? I'm not doing
Maybe
anything.
we can get Carvey on the show. See how late
Bring him
see
in.
how late he can stay up.
Sing it, see if he can
Because he
bring one of
don't
those-
live in Indianapolis.
Come pick me up. I'll go with you.
No.
See if he can bring one of his
You
wonderful
get the
players
cops
with him.
called on us or something.
No, come pick me up. I'll go with you.
You get us in trouble.
No.
I know you devil women. So maybe we can get Carvey come in and talk some football with us
I
too.
actually asked him
That'd be
if
fantastic.
when he was coming on the damn show, he ignored me. So it's whatever. Jeremy does the same thing. It's
It's in our DNA.
Oh, she's really
Who?
pushing it out there tonight.
Who?
This one.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was over there. That's right. I forgot she was over there sucking up all the cold air.
if you two would quit bitching about everything, I might give you some.
It was too damn hot.
Wow.
That's all I wanted to do.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah.
All right. On that note,
Yeah.
Hey, Steve Young.
ooh, she burned you. On that, let's see. Anything else I want?
I think we're about done.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think.
We had pretty much all our topics and then some.
Anybody got any more questions for us?
We're down to 3. Which would be the 3 of us. So yeah, we're done.
Let's roll.
Yep.
Let's call it a night.
Stick a fork in it.
All right. Well, if nobody. Tony, you got anything to add? All right, Coach. Final words.
Man, don't put a stick of butter in your pants right now.
Man.
You will have some fried hush puppies by the time you're done. It is boiling
I
hot.
am sending him home with you.
Whew.
Not with
Yes.
those hush puppies.
I don't want those hush puppies either. Although we did just get the new manicure kit.
What do they call them? So swamp dogs now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to powder something going on.
I put some powder down there. It just turned into gravy.
Make some biscuits.
He's got
I got
some,
hush puppies. You got gravy.
he's got some roux.
He
He's
goes,
working on
"Ooh."
some roux down there.
All right, Christian. Final thoughts.
I feel like the Dallas Cowboys and the Indianapolis Colts will be meeting each other in the Super Bowl this year, which is unfortunate. And Jeremy and I are probably going to break up. In
Awkward
February.
bowl
Yeah,
2.
we're going to break up in February. So
Super
for everybody
awkward
that
bowl.
thinks that we're an amazingly cute couple, we're
Hey,
done in February.
First relationship in history that had a expiration date.
Yeah.
Well,
At least you can get prepared.
Yeah. There's no way we can survive the Super Bowl. There's just
stock up on ramen.
No way. Yeah.
All right. Well, on that, we'll get off here. We appreciate everybody jumping in with us.
Yes, thank you. It
Remember,
was a great show tonight.
share the show because we're in Facebook jail because of me.
Somehow. I think we got some haterade.
And
going on.
think
the
so.
apostrophe in the S is still Tony's fault. It's Tony's fault that it's there. It is not ours. We are smarter than Tony.
The queen of
I'm not.
grammar.
I'm not.
That's valid.
I'm not claiming that. But anyways, if you see the show on other channels, make sure you like Bird and Pet so you don't miss out on any of our fun posts and our newsworthy
Definitely.
anchorship.
And we're
But,
going to keep posting. Doesn't matter
yeah.
what Facebook thinks of us.
Yeah, we're not.
We're going to keep posting.
We're revolting.
There you go.
But the fun thing though is when I have version 2 built, when it finally gets done, and I think it looks like we're about 2 months out, I won't be on Facebook no more
Anymore.
Really?
But let's move on.
anymore with a comma
What? An apostrophe.
and apostrophe.
What I do was an English teacher.
Was past tense.
You can't.
You can't
Now you're just a grammar Nazi.
That's fine. That's fine.
wearing a Captain America shirt.
I can.
Grammar Nazi wearing Captain America's shield.
Totally valid.
It's okay.
Grammar America.
Gramerica. Captain Gramerica.
So, but yeah, version 2 is getting ready to come out, and it's going to be a blast. I cannot wait. I'm so freaking hyped up about it. But it'll have every feature that sports fans love, and I will no longer be on Facebook. So
That's awesome.
you can put me in solitary Facebook. I don't care.
We'll miss you.
Bye. But on that note, you guys remember to be good to each other. No drinking and driving. Call an Uber. Ask Coach. It's a lot cheaper. And as always, go Colts.
Go Colts.
Good, thanks.